Exodus chapter 8. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, Go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus says Yahweh, Let my people go, that they may serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy ovens, and into thy kneading troughs. And the frogs shall come up both on thee, and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, Say unto Aharon, Stretch forth thy hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aharon stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moshe and Aharon, and said, Entreat Yahweh, that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people. And I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto Yahweh. And Moshe said unto Pharaoh, Glory over me, when shall I entreat thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only? And he said, Tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto Yahweh our Elohim. And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. And Moshe and Aharon went out from Pharaoh, and Moshe cried unto Yahweh because of the frogs, which he had brought against Pharaoh. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moshe, and the frogs died out of the houses, and out of the villages, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them as Yahweh had said. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Say unto Aharon, Stretch out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that they may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. For Aharon stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not, so there were lice upon man and upon beast. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, This is the finger of Elohim. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as Yahweh had said. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he comes forth to the water, and say unto him, Thus says Yahweh, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground wherein they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end that thou mayest know that I am Yahweh in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. And Yahweh did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. And the land was corrupt by reason of the swarm of flies. And Pharaoh called for Moshe and Aharon, and said, Go ye, sacrifice to Elohim in the land. And Moshe said, It is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to Yahweh our Elohim. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes? And will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, and sacrifice to Yahweh our Elohim, as he shall command us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice to Yahweh your Elohim in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Entreat for me. And Moshe said, Behold, I will go out from thee, and I will entreat Yahweh that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Tomorrow, but let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, in not letting the people go to sacrifice unto Yahweh. And Moshe went out from Pharaoh, and entreated Yahweh. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moshe, and he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. There remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let the people go.